How you doing, everyone? This is Jack's Professional Productions, and this is something very new to me, but today I'm going to attempt to try or show you how to make Tidmouth Sheds in Minecraft. Now, I do apologize for the faulty quality and recording. I don't know how to record off of a PC, and I like playing on consoles anyway, so let's get right to it. So, just for placement and measurement purposes, I have Thomas here. Hello, Thomas. And here we have the first 3 bricks laid out. Now you're going to need end stone bricks. And I have a whole bunch of notes here to figure out how this goes. And what we're making is the 7 shed version of Tidmouth Sheds, not the 6 shed version like in the original show. Alright then, let's get started. First, you're going to want to place 3 down right here and then count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 block gap, and then place 3 more and do the same thing again 7 more times. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sorry. And one more. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3. And there you go. Right now we have the layout for the doors. And now let's build the sides. So the sides are going to be 61 blocks in total, but you're going to want to place 60 over here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And there you go. If you're wondering why I count in tens, it's just so that way I can say it better. And then you do basically the... Oh, forgot one more 10 there, sorry. There you go, a 61 wide wall. And then you're going to want to do this same thing over here, just build back 73. So you're going to want to make a giant rectangle going from all the way over here. And here we go. Oop. And there we have our basic layout for our Tidmouth Sheds. And now let's build up the front. So what you're going to want to do is on this block you want to build up 17. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. You're going to want to do the same thing for all the middle sections here. Now please excuse me for a quick second while I look at my notes. Alright, so I didn't write down the notes entirely perfect because, you know, I'm only human. So what you're gonna want to do is on the top of the 17th block, you're gonna want to build down 3. 1, 2, 3, 17. So this is the top of the door right here. So these first 4 levels here are completely filled in. And then when you get to the curves right here, you're still going to want to build up here. And then you're going to want to build out these, place 2 blocks here and then another one here. So build 2 out here and then add 1 here. Then that's how you get the curve there. And then you're going to want to repeat the same process for the rest. So let me do a quick jump cut here. Alright, so we are back and this is what the end result should look like. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 doors. The gap between here and the ground should be 13. 14 is the top, and then 3 filled in right here. And a little detail that you can add, it's optional, are these little studs that go out on each side of the shed. I mean, it's in the show, so you might as well add it. So you're going to want to build 3 across and make it 2 high, and you're going to want to do the same for all these. So 3 across, 2 high, 3 across, 2 high, etc. And there we are. Now before we move on, I want to show you how to make the doors. Now the doors, you're going to want to need green concrete and white stained glass pane, however you say that. And you're going to want to put them around right here. Now each door is about 4 blocks wide and, like I said, 13 blocks high. Now this is just a single door, so in total the door should be 8 blocks wide. So you're going to want to build up 13, add 1 out here, add another 1 over here. And another 1 there. Just build up here. And then you're going to want this whole thing in white stained glass. And you can have them closed or open depending on how you want your shed laid out or how you want to place your engines. But I'm just going to have them open for now. Alright, so now let's get on to the sides of the sheds. Now as I've said earlier, the sheds should be 61 total minus the stud here. Now you're going to want to fill it all in from the 17th block, basically make a giant rectangle, wrong block. And I'm also going to add windows because there's 10 of them on each. There's 10 of them on each side. I'm not so sure about the back because I haven't looked at reference photos for the back of the sheds yet. But let's start with the sides now. Just gonna want to fill this all in until I hit the spot where I think the windows go. Oh, and I also should mention, if you want to make a list of what materials you're going to need for this build, what you're going to need is end stone bricks, sandstones, green concrete, anvils, stone slabs, white stained glass, gray concrete, pistons, levers, nether brick stairs, and oak buttons. Those oak buttons will come into play later, I promise you. Alright, so, okay, terribly sorry, but looking at my notes again, so when you build the windows, you have to be 5 blocks up from the total ground level. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then you start the windows. Now when you start the windows, you should have a 1 block gap from the start of the pillar, place 4 down, and then build 5 on it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then add 2 across, and then you do 5 more added here, and there's your first window. Now you are going to want 10 of these, so this is how the spacing works. Skip 1 block, repeat the same thing. And then there's your first pair. And now for the others, you're going to want to have a 3 block gap, 1, 2, 3, between windows, and then do the same process over and over until you get 10 windows. And once again, you're going to need white stained glass for these windows. Get 2, 4, 6, 7, 8. Then after finishing this window, you should have 1 more pair to do, and there you have your windows. Also, if you saw the Thomas engine and thought that it looks kind of familiar, well, that's because the scale that I'm using to build the Tidmouth Sheds, I'm using fellow YouTuber Crafty Fox's scale and engine so I can build the sheds. And I'm not trying to steal anything from Mr. Fox. I mean, I like the guy, but I was just using his engines as a sense of scale when building the sheds. And there you are, you have your windows. Fill them all in with white glass, and once you're done filling in these windows, you're going to want to go back in and fill in the gaps between the windows with end stone blocks. So, let me just get to work here. Alright, so now that I've got the sides filled in, this is what it should look like. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 windows with a block gap in between the 2 windows and a 3 block gap in between the next pair. And you should have a gap of 1, 2, 3, 5 high from the top window. Did the same thing on the other side. And now we shall do the back. Now, from what I've seen from one reference pic from the show, there's one window behind each set of buffers or each set of tracks. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to repeat the same process as what I did with the side windows, only this time I'm doing one window every time there's an end of a track or buffers, which I will put buffers in when I am done with the shed or with the tracks. And I forgot to mention the floor. You can make the floor whatever shade of brick you want. I mean, it really doesn't matter. But if you want some, I don't know, I can't think of the word, authentic worthy or whatever the word is, I suggest using some like stone bricks or just regular stone. I mean, it's totally up to you on what you decide. But if you are going to make the tracks, use anvils and stone slabs. And if you're familiar again with Crafty Fox's work, then that's how he designs his railroad. Alright, so let's start on the windows. So as before, 1, 2, 3, 4. Just let me measure up here. Yep. Here's one window. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 1 over, 2 over, and then down again. Okay, boys, in the process of filling in that window, my battery died, but at least that gave me time to check up on my other builds I had in this world. So, with these back windows, to do these properly, we should start laying out the rails that lead up to the shed doors. So let's just get those out of the way first. First, what you're going to need is anvils and stone slabs. So, then you're going to want to count 2 off on the side here. Place it, skip a space, place it, and then lead all the way back to the back of the shed. I don't know how many blocks this should be, but the reason why it's 61 blocks long is to hold some of the bigger engines like Emily, Gordon, and Henry. After mapping out 2, you should be able to find a pattern for each window. 1, 2. Actually, I think these work better as 3 wide windows, since they're 3 wide tracks. So, just get rid of this pillar here, get rid of this, then get rid of this side of windows, and then just make this a 3 wide window because it suits it better. Okay, so from what I've gathered, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, pretty much a 7 gap for each window, but for the ends it's a 4 block gap. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. On the 8th block, sorry I wasn't mentioning that. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3. 4 block gap. Yep. And you'll just have to repeat the same process of what I'm doing here. And just to be clear, I'm not sure if this is incredibly accurate to what's on the show, but I mean, we don't see the back of Tidmouth Sheds that often, but from one video I saw when James runs right through it, there is a window, so just for continuity, you just put these windows here. And then you're going to want to fill in the gap. In fact, fill in all the spaces, which will take a while to do. And if I was playing on PC, I would just simply paste and fill in, but I don't do that stuff. And let me guys tell you, I have done bigger projects than this before. Like I've done the Titanic modeling, and let me tell you, that was a much more pain in the ass to do than this. Is the microphone on? And yep, it is. Sorry. Alright, so you got that part filled in. Then you're going to want to do the windows. Alright, so that's what the fill-in should look like if you get done on all the rest. Okay guys, so we got the back wall filled in with all the windows in, and we got the tracks laid out, and this is where I'm going to stop the video for now. I will get back to it as soon as I can. So, like, comment, and subscribe, and stay tuned for part 2. And remember, sparkle, sparkle, sparkle.